Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Good to have you. Welcome to this space where we talk about all things marriage, all things motherhood, lifestyle, and all the fun stuff. Today, I have been graced with the presence of the beautiful Karen Bugingo. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited.
Oh, me too. Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Yeah. So say hi to the people.
Hi, people. As it was introduced, my name is Karen Bugingo, and I am an entrepreneur, an author, and a wife, and a mother to the most beautiful baby girl in the world.
Yes, my future daughter-in-law.
Yes, please. The cows have been given.
Please.
Please book.
Let the
book
world
first.
know. Let the world know.
The booking was made.
Yeah. So thank you so much for doing this, and thank you for having us in your beautiful home. And by the way, it's Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. Like
I know.
we are in that festive season.
2021 is almost over.
Kabisa.
Can we first appreciate that?
Moment of silence, please.
A moment of silence. This has been a year and a half.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
And we thank God.
We thank God.
Kabisa.
We thank God.
So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about marriage and parenthood all in one umbrella. Like life in marriage after having a baby. Yeah, because babies tend to change a lot of things. I mean, your life just turns upside down. Not really upside down, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah, it changes. And so does marriage. Yeah, like as soon as the baby comes in, so, have to adjust here and there. Change is hard.
Yeah.
Change is hard. But so today we're going to be discussing how we can keep the fire burning in marriage, even after having babies. Yeah? You up for that?
Yeah, I'm
We're
excited.
doing this?
Yeah, it's a topic that is very dear to me as well.
Okay. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay. So, Karen. Yes. Oh, Mama Sophie.
Better.
Oh wow! I know the feeling of being
I know.
like Mama.
It still doesn't like resonate with me. Like when someone calls me Mama Sophie, and I'm like, oh,
Is it me?
that's me.
Yeah.
I have to think like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are the tips you could share out there? Like, generally, the things someone would put into consideration, or, going into having a baby, they need to keep in mind and manage the expectations that things are going to change.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
so. How do we keep it burning? How do we keep it, lively and still do the things we loved to do as a couple or as individuals as well, even after having a baby? Yeah. So
So like when you're single or you just get married, there are these things that you're always hearing people share, and it's usually reflection of like fear. People tell you when the baby comes, things are gonna change. You have to, and people go as far as like you have to fight for a marriage because it might crumble. They instill this fear in your heart, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when the baby, of course, I was expecting, I knew that I am responsible, or first of all, I'm responsible of my marriage.
Yes.
I'm responsible of like my home, and whatever that comes out of it, I will have a part to play in it.
Yes.
So I intentionally wanted my part to be positive.
Yeah.
I didn't even really rely so much on my partner because I also put in consideration that, just as much as all our lives will change, but he also has to go to work. His work is very demanding compared to mine. So you have to I had to put all those things in consideration.
Yeah.
So what has been working for us as a couple, let me not speak for me as
Yeah.
what has been working for us as a couple mostly is on my side being intentional.
Yeah. Wow.
At first, of course, I'm always like, why am I always the one planning this? And of course, sometimes we even go months without,
doing anything.
and also try looking at examples like other couples, like maybe on Instagram, like they do date nights, they do what, and also having to be realistic, and be like, you know, like due to his schedule and my schedule, date night really doesn't work for us.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because trust me, when you have a newborn,
someone
will make you choose between going out at night and sleeping.
Exactly.
Like, what would you choose?
Exactly.
One, you're sleep deprived, so at night you feel like all I need to do is sleep. Please, I beg.
No one is eating at 8 p.m.
Please, yeah. So you have to, as you said, you have to be flexible.
Yeah, you have to be flexible, and also your partner has to be flexible, and it's all about communication and a lot of selflessness. Your partner has to be selfless, you have to be selfless. Sometimes you have to be like, you know, when you have a baby, a newborn, they're quite sleepless nights.
Yeah.
But you have to, for me, I kept in mind, I was like, this baby is important, but this marriage is also important. You know? Like,
absolutely.
We're not even going to put it on a scale on which is more important. They're all equally important, because you don't want the baby that you're so focused on to grow up in a broken home as well. So what's the point?
Yes,
you know?
yes.
What's the point? So
and as moms, it's natural. Like, we just get so consumed by the baby. It's just a natural thing.
It's a natural thing.
You do it subconsciously. You don't know you're doing it until something wrong. Like, until your marriage is, as you said, crumbling, and he feels neglected. He feels like, you know, and
it has to be that thing, like, that's always in the back of your mind. For me, it's that thing that's always in the back of my mind. Like, I can spend 2 weeks and I'm like, you know, like, this whole 2 weeks, it's always been Sophie. Like, when have I, like, made, like, it has to always, unfortunately, it's something that has to always be in the back of your mind. So you have, on top
intention,
of,
as I'd say,
you know, like, intention, like, on top of, like, the business that I'm doing, on top of, like,
being a mom,
being a mom, working, trying to, you know, make a living, not letting your career also die.
Yes,
like, you have to keep everything on a balance. And honestly, I feel like God gave the woman the power to just balance 25 things at the same time.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
So it's about time, like, we embrace it and not look at it as a negative
exactly
thing.
Not seeing as if we are being drained and having to do all the planning and because we can handle it. I'm sorry, like, guys, but power of a woman.
It's hard. You know, like, you know, we've made it, but every day is a constant fight, like, mentally. You have to wake up and, you know, but for me, as long, like, the feeling of achieving it is what I look forward to. Like, after, like I said, date nights, they don't work. So we came up with, you know, we do, like, date days, if that's a thing, you know?
I mean, okay.
Like, ice cream at Java, like, at 4 p.m. and you go home. You know, like, you know, the culture, society has taught us that a romantic dinner somewhere fancy is date night. But
or you have to either go and have, like, dinner, you have to sit to someone fancy, or go to movies, or, like, you know, the typical things you used to do before you became a parent, or even before when you were still dating. The things you used to enjoy doing. I followed you for a while. By the way, I'm a fan. I love her. I love her so much. I confess my love to her.
And the love is mutual. The love is very mutual.
Thank you. So I've learned that you used to do that whole road trip thing.
Yes.
Yeah, like when you're still dating, even it was when you got married, it was like a thing for you guys.
Yes.
So how did that really keep going, or how did you maintain that culture you had begun as a couple, even after having a baby?
Yeah. So ever since the baby came, we recently did a road trip for my birthday. That was a first. We didn't know what to expect, and I was a bit hesitant, you know, taking a baby on, like, a 1 hour, 2 hour drive. Of course, it was not easy, but, you know, when you get to the destination, you can.
It's worth it.
It's worth it, and the time you have, and for me, realistically, it's like going with, like, my cousin or, like, my brother. Like, we went on a trip. It's not realistic for us just to go, the two of us and the baby, because we don't even get that time.
So the key word is being realistic.
Being realistic.
Things won't always be as you anticipate them, as you planned them. Yes, it's lovely to have road trips. It's lovely to have this culture as a married couple. But again, after baby, I mean, gotta be,
you have
calculate
to do,
and
exactly.
see what
you have
really
to do
works.
what works for you and not, someone would say that, don't you think, a road trip, just you and your husband, the baby is more intimate, more connection. I'm like, no, it's
actually
not.
hard work. It's hard work.
I would rather go with somebody like my cousins, my brothers, someone to like, like we can kind of take turns to like babysit the baby or like because babies at this tender age they always want attention, they want, and I can't give that attention like the whole way, like if I'm giving the attention to the baby, then I'm not giving the attention to my husband.
So it
just
doesn't really
kills
work.
the whole
vibe and the whole intention of the trip.
So it's more about trying to find what works for you, and at the end of the day is what makes your life also easy, because you can't come and die. You really can't come and die trying to save. You can't die trying to save something because it just doesn't work like that.
And also, as we really emphasize on being realistic, I mean, it's the theme
of this conversation.
Thank you. It's the theme of this conversation, being realistic with yourself. Guys, do not break your, I don't know, I was going to say back. I don't know.
But you do break your back. You ever have a back issue? So if I don't do things right, I do literally break my back.
Kuko, even if it's something you love doing, moving with a child is very hectic.
It's very hectic.
Kind of change it. That's not the intention of what we're talking about. Kuko, if there's connection between the two of you, a trip with a baby, the attention will all be on the child either way. Because we do like also family branches and all. But still, the child, you're trying to avoid them to literally grab everything. So even that attention is not there.
It's not there.
So being realistic with yourselves is really what you should put into consideration.
Yes. If you've been following me, I'm team self-care.
Self-love.
I'm team self-love. And I remember, and I've seen a lot of people talk about, there's this thing in our society where like a new mom, the moment they step out without their baby, it is chaotic. People are coming for their throats. I'm like,
babe, there's a video coming up of like things you shouldn't tell a mom or a new mom. Even a mom in general.
Or a human. There are just things you don't tell a human. Leave it to be. Like, you have to be kind. Some people say things and you're like, what's your intention behind it? Like, are you being nice? Are you being encouraging? So because I had, a rough pregnancy and I was very unhealthy, mentally, emotionally, everything, I knew I had to, pick it up as soon as the baby came, and I made sure there was help. I was lucky enough to have help around, and it was time to take care of me. I could take a day out of the week. I went with Saturdays. I'll be like, Saturdays, my husband is not working, so he's at home. There's a nanny. My mother-in-law was also around. I took that time to do what I wanted, and it wasn't like big things,
just the little things.
Going to
get your nails. I like to say getting your nails done is like,
let me tell you, getting your nails done is the most therapeutic thing for women. Like Neo wagenda wakaziguchira gusa. It is something so simple, but just to, even I feel like just leaving the house. Even if you go drive somewhere, come back home. You come and your energy, your thoughts, and you're more productive, and you love more, you're kinder to people.
Because I believe that to be able to maintain a relationship with someone else, you gotta maintain a relationship with you. Tipjo, behavior with you. Because trust me, the first few months of of being a mom, as much as I loved the whole experience, I loved every step of the way, but it was so draining and very exhausting. Like, I got back into my roots after like 4 months, like when I began going back to work. Can you imagine? Because I was in the house 3 months with the baby every single day, every single minute. I mean, there are those who don't have the privilege of doing that, of leaving their children and going out. There are those who don't do that. But hey, if you can, if the support if you have the support,
and if you can create the support, because some people, I feel like they have the support, but it's an internal thing. They feel like just
they can't ask for help and everything.
They can't ask for help, as well as leaving the child. There's, like you said, the mom guilt. You have all the support. You have this, some people, you have a Jacob Jara, literally it's
the whole clan.
Like the whole clan. moves in. That person, like their own mom is there, the sister is there, there's an aunt living there.
There's a nanny as well.
There's a nanny,
Yeah.
there's the spouse. They can't leave the baby at home. You know, it's very understandable. It's very normal.
But I feel like if you work with your own guilt, like
Yes,
the mom
it's
guilt,
a self.
yeah,
It's
Abandibo is
internal.
just like no,
Yeah.
just, yeah. I mean, block them out.
Exactly.
Kuko.
And also there's a thing I feel like as good as it is to be surrounded by all those people, some people feel like no nisibo barabibona gute, barabona kuna time ngana,
The
but
society, the guilt from
society,
society,
even like in your own house, the
Yeah,
society in it, you might
yeah.
feel like will judge you.
Shane.
But also this goes to people who are helping new moms. You
Yeah.
know, encourage them to,
Yeah.
because I feel like also
Tell
the
them.
extra push, you know, the extra push can really go a long way,
Yes.
especially spouses. You know, spouses like
encourage your
Encourage.
wives to like take time for themselves.
exactly, because I remember my husband was really encouraging me. Kuko, even when we started dating, he knew for me, me time was something really I valued. So after the baby, he really encouraged me to go out. We had set a schedule that, you know, I have a day out of the week. And yeah.
That's really, really nice, Nukud. Because as you said, spouse is encouraging the other person to love themselves and all. It's a really good thing. Kuko, you get so lost in yourself.
Yeah.
You get so lost in yourself. Muko, my husband as well. Oh, he's like, yeah, go out there, like have fun. Because as I said, the beginning months I was just in the house. Let me tell you, you begin to feel resentful. Yeah. You resent even everyone around you. Urukuva, they don't understand you. They don't feel what you're feeling.
Even you can't give what you don't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you take care of yourself internally, the self-love, the self-care, that can massage. You know, you be too good, man, you've been breastfeeding, you've been taking care of the child, or you've been feeding them in any way. Like, Ariko, when you get out of that house, breathe fresh air. Njewe, I began being myself after 4 months. After I had gone back to work. And I was back to my routine. Waking up in the morning and then out of the door. Like, I do not care. Like we need sometimes to be selfish. Kuko, once in a while.
It's healthy. It's healthy.
It's very healthy.
Kuko, you don't want to be, you know, those moms who, because I feel like at some point, if you keep doing it, you become resentful to even to the child. You feel like, this person, because you'll hear some people are like, oh, my baby was born and then my career died.
Yeah.
You're like, when I hear that, I'm like, oh my God, it's like, I feel like you're blaming your baby. And it's so, like, I feel so sad. And I'm like, like, I hope that doesn't create some sort of feeling towards, you know, it cannot create like you don't like your child, but it will create like a thing, you know,
like the reason why
like,
mom didn't do,
you know, like
follow her dreams
exactly.
and all.
And as you like when the kid is like 3 or 4, like you're talking about it, you're like, you know, you know, I feel like for a kid, to hear the mom saying that as they grow up, I don't think it's healthy for the child.
It's not, because trust me, the things we know, okay, personally, I've at the back of my mind, I was like 5 years old. The things that I've heard, up to now, I'm intentional about, because there's a way they just made me feel like, you know what, I'm gonna do better with mine. I'm gonna do better with my child. Not that I'm blaming my parents or anything.
Exactly. They really say genuinely, like they're also trying to air out their frustrations. There's no bad feelings about it.
True.
So motherhood is just
all that.
It's a lot.
Mixed your feelings, like you don't know. You're happy, you're overwhelmed, you're everything. So Karen, Mama Sophie. So give us some of the tips you can do to, like, you know, some of the dates, some of, you know, like at home dates, things. If was a day dates, day dates, like, you know, like, you know, the examples of dates that someone can do to, like, you know, keep the connection, but also, you know, have fun and also be a parent as well. Yeah.
In situations like that, I always feel like the person knows their spouse or their marriage better. You know?
Disclaimer, we're just sharing our point of views, our opinions.
Yes.
If you can relate, that's good. If you can't, please leave in the comment section below
What works for
what
you,
works for
yeah.
you. Maybe someone else can read it and maybe relate to it as well, because each and every household and families have different way of operating. They have different systems. So I may share my experience, which will work for me and will work for you. Yeah. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. So give us a comment.
So I share mine, yeah?
Yes.
So for my our couple, we're day people. That's number one. We're really not night people, and we're the kind of people by 7, like even 6 p.m. curfew does not affect us.
Wow.
Because we're like, what are we doing past 6?
And if you hear some of us complaining about the curfew, like, really? Like, they're still complaining?
You know, like even recently people complaining came from 10 to 10. At 10, what are we doing?
Yeah, some of us are like,
I know. So that really plays a big part. So what works for us is like an afternoon, for example, after church, we go for lunch. We take the Sunday for ourselves, we go to church, and then we go to lunch. And then from lunch, we can go for like a dessert. You know, we kind of spend the whole day together, or like in the middle of the week, because my husband has a day in the middle of the week where he's off. And we just do errands together.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And we do errands together. He'll go get a haircut. I'll go to do my hair, and we'll go buy stuff for the house. We'll go to the supermarket. You know, those are little things, but it really brings a connection that is like, you wouldn't believe that grocery shopping with your husband is going to make you feel so. For me, I'm like overjoyed, you know, and that's what has been working for me. And since I discovered, you know, this is what I like, this is what we enjoy, we've been, doing that. We've been doing that. I mean, you know, it's what's working for us. Yeah. And
yeah.
That's
like,
it.
Personally,
really that simple, yeah.
It was really hard to go back into that whole dating. Even now, we're still figuring things out. Like, please, it's so hard. Like, as much as you're intentional, as much as you really want to make it work, women are like, oh, you super women and all that. We plan on this, we can do that, we can do that. But what I can say is the planning is all up to the women as well. Like, if I plan a day today, hubby, plan next one. Yeah, but as you've said, finding something that works for the both of you is the key. It's very, really important. It's really weird. We don't really like sit down and talk like this. Please. Yeah. Like we do, like either we have the child with us, or it's maybe like serious conversations. Yeah. Like this. Like, so now we found that we have like the deep conversations like over like a drive, and like a long drive. Maybe he's even gonna drop me off to work. Like that 30 minutes drive. Ooh, we shall talk. We shall joke about stuff. We shall even plan the future.
That's quite something.
Yes. I mean, as you've said, if you find what works for you and makes you guys connect, like, we can literally sit. This is us being realistic. Like, come on, we're not painting a picture that isn't there. Like, you can sit in the living, even if it's the entire day, but you'll be enjoyed in different activities. Either I'm with a baby, or he's on his phone, or he's watching something, or he's working from home, like all that. So we found that being at home, we don't really have serious conversations, my friend. We don't. Like, we just like there. But the serious conversations tend to be on that ride, on the ride. So that works for us. Like, if really want to talk about something, I'm like, Njiyaha, can you give me a ride? Yeah, like, and then I'm like, Sasa. Let's catch up. By the way, how do you feel about this? How you been feeling lately? Are you overwhelmed? Like, how is work? Like, you connect. And also, I feel like connection, often keeping the fire burning doesn't necessarily mean you have to like do all these other activities. It's just as simple as appreciating the other person. Appreciation goes a long way. Like, when you just tell her, thank you for this, thank you for taking care of our child. Like, I know it's our responsibility, but being affirmed. Yeah, being affirmed, feeling appreciated. Even the little things, like, you'll be up all night, but because you feel like, what we was at the beginning of the video, that we grow up being fed all this information, like, no, Jada, your marriage is gonna da 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 da. So you be intentional as well, and you're like, you know what? nubwo naniwe ndaye kwijoro, but let me try and maybe make him breakfast. Let me try and maybe like, you know, be at the table as he's eating. Let me try. You keep putting all the effort, and it really feels nice when your partner, your spouse, he sees you and like, you know what, I appreciate you. It's as simple as like, I appreciate you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people, actually, when you mention it, I realize I'm also the type, like, I don't intentionally want, I'm a planner. It's in my nature. I'm a planner, low-key a control freak as well. So those date nights, those what, please, it's okay. I will plan them, you know, like, but like you said, appreciate, like, I want him to like appreciate,
see the effort,
like, see the effort, you know. If I've planned for us to go for lunch or dinner, like, I need you to like get out of bed, shower, dress well, smell good, like just that effort. Like, you don't need to plan, but I need to see that you're receiving it well, and you're also acting like, you know, you're interested.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, show interest.
Yeah, because the worst thing is feeling like you're forcing someone to do something. It's the worst feeling. Yeah.
So to feel like, you know, if I've planned something and I feel like you're dragging yourself to go there, like, oh my God, let me just go there. You know, like, whenever I sense, because sometimes it has happened, sometimes I have organized things, planned things, and like, I can feel like my husband is literally just doing it just to make me happy. Like, I could see literally, he has to drag himself out of bed. I'm like, well, yeah, I will never plan this thing again. Matter of fact, sleep all day. Matter of fact, I'm leaving you here. You can sleep for a week. You know?
Yeah. So you see that even no matter how much you do all that, but if you feel less appreciated, you don't have the effect it's supposed to have.
Yeah, that's true.
This topic is so wide. We can sit here and talk about it the entire day. But I think we have tackled most of the things we need to learn, we need to incorporate in our lives, in our marriages, so that we can keep the fire burning, we can keep the life more interesting, even after having babies and have to be the end of the world, feeling like, man, no, yaje. You know, when I was growing up, I had stories from people close to me, and they're like, nuja kubyara, ntukibagirwe umugabo. So as we've been having this whole conversation, we've tackled that. Like, even if you're intentional and all that, we have to be realistic, and also have to be effort from the both sides, not only the woman, even the spouse, the hubby. You gotta step up your game because marriage is work, like any other relationship. Marriage is work.
Work of two.
Yeah, it has to be the both of you putting in the work, not only the one person. So if it comes from one person, it feels so drained and feels like forcing it and like, you know, pulling, you know. But when it's both of you trying to be intentional and putting in all the effort to make this marriage work, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Yes. Okay. So thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
So what can you say as we wind up this video too?
So I would say of all what we've talked about, all in all is being intentional, being selfless, and another key factor is basically communicating how you want your spouse to, planning those dates. You have to communicate how you'd want him to play his part. Because like you said, it's a two people job, you know, whatever. So you have, if he's not doing what you expect him to do, communicate it to him, and you know, create an environment where communication is, you know, is key instead of just bottling up everything. And it's not easy. Sometimes I just want to and be like, you know what, shall figure it out, you know, or like, you know, there's a way women, we want to communicate without verbalizing our words, you know. That is very dangerous in marriage.
It's very, because they can't read your mind.
So, like, I constantly have to remind myself, or like sometimes I'll give him like the silence treatment, and I'm like, sometimes after 2 days I'm like, okay, you've been silent for 2 days, what has that solved? Nothing. What? Please. So this mouth will do the job and communicate how I feel, and you know, and he understands it, and he's, you know, working on it, because we have to also give them grace, because they're trying. Unless they're not trying, then you have to.
If you're not trying, then that's a problem. If you're not putting in the effort. Come on now.
Men also.
Please.
Do you have men subscribers? Do you have men subscribers?
I hope I do.
They better listen up.
But no kuri. Though we sit here and talk, and maybe you watch and just, listen to two women talking, but this has a root, and I feel like we want to make a better world. We want to make happy homes, and when we air out our feelings, all our points on camera to the world, it's not that we're just trying to share our experiences so that one person or two or someone out there can know they're not alone. And if you're a gentleman, a hubby watching this, a four.
A four is
yeah. So thank you so much. This has been so insightful. Thank you for your time.
Having me. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, share this video. What else should I do?
Share and like and actually act upon the things we've talked about.
Yeah. Kabisa. Act. Do something.
She needs results from
this. No kuri.
Yeah.
We need to leave us the comments if you've learned something and you've incorporated it in your life.
Exactly.
Let us know.
Also, one more thing, women need to learn how to give themselves grace. Sometimes it might not work in the first try. But allow yourself to fail. Be like, I'm trying, but
try and error. Because I know what you reached where you are by trying. Things don't work out, let's move on to the next thing. Things don't work out until
you find what works.
They say communication, but communication is so wide. Communication
it's
is
even
so
wild. There you go.
Anyway, bye. Thank you for watching.